From subtle gestures to warning signs and red flags, if you're being used by a woman in a relationship, now's the time to put a stop to it. Listen up. A one-sided relationship is a waste. If you're the one who's committed to it, then what's her role? Pay attention. What you're about to find out can bail you out of trouble big time. In this video, we're bringing you 11 things that show you're being used by a woman. If you notice these patterns, you better tell her to get packing. Number 11. Gets you to pay her bills every time. Let's talk about money because it's a pretty obvious one. If you go on an outing or a date and you're the one paying every time, then we've got bad news for you, buddy. Yeah, okay, you could be a generous person who doesn't mind parting with dinero, but has she ever extended the same courtesy to you? Has she picked up the check at any time in the past? Picture this as a scenario like dancing. Here, both partners need to know their moves. Even if one isn't in sync, the entire performance flops. There might have been times when you might have insisted she pay, but then she definitely has a string of excuses loaded up. Beneath this act of hers lies a truth. She's using you for her own gain. So does she love you or the digits of your credit card? Number 10. She only comes to you when she needs help. Ask yourself a question. Does she include you in good things that happen to her? Even when she's free, she leaves you on red. No reply. Zip. Nada. It's always you who ends up sacrificing your time and effort to get her attention. And what happens when you do that? Suddenly, she doesn't want to talk to you because she needs her space. That's not how things work. Not by a long shot. And boy, oh boy, try flipping the narrative for a moment. Now whenever she needs something, she does a complete U-turn. Suddenly, she acts all friendly around you, and the sweet talk begins. If she approaches you only when she wants something, it's as clear as day that she's using you, pal. Number 9. She manipulates you. Being controlled by another person is no fun, is it? Now scan your situation to watch out for this sign. When she keeps acting like she's the important one in the relationship, that's your cue to step out of this toxic dynamic. Her manipulative behavior will never allow her to regard you as important. It shouldn't come off as a surprise if she starts acting selfish and works out things on her terms. Here's another clue. Do you ever find yourself doing things you're not okay with? Whenever she twists your arm emotionally, do you feel responsible for her mistakes? And the moment you begin to question her, she shuts you down. Sounds familiar? She then flips the script on you and starts playing the victim. Best believe it, you'll be the one called crazy when the dust settles. This is an unchangeable pattern. The woman is using you, buddy, so get out of this cycle while you can. Number 8. She does everything on her terms. Has she ever asked your opinion on something meaningful? It could be anything. A restaurant, a new dating spot, or the movie you two are going to be watching. Of course not. Watch out for this sign. She does everything on her terms if she uses you. She won't even pay attention to your opinions because ultimately, in her eyes, you don't matter to her. She'll be busy doing things that make her happy, forgetting that you're a part of this bond. In her eyes, her choice is the only relevant one. So do you allow her to bend the rules to her liking? No way. You need to take charge of this situation. You're not someone that needs this kind of treatment. If you're the only one who has to compromise, you're just wasting your time. Know this, if your opinions aren't respected, then she's just using you to get everything she wants. If it unfolds this way, it's never a give and take. Number 7. Your friends aren't comfortable around her. Sometimes, you might not be able to see her the way your friends do. An outsider's perspective on your relationship can help you see things clearly. You think you might be in love, but if your friends aren't getting a positive vibe, then it's probably for a good reason. If she uses you, your friends will notice it way before you do. They might not like her. They might have also tried to warn you several times about her. Listening out to your homies always helps. If they believe that she's using you for her own good, then there's a pretty good chance that your buddies are spot on. Her facade might fool you, but your friends see right through her. If your friends haven't warmed up to a girl after some time, then it won't be the worst thing in the world if she isn't around. Real homies always look out for you, and that's a fact. Number 6. She avoids introducing you to her family. A girl who truly loves you wastes no time introducing herself to your friends and family. Heck, she'd announce it to the whole world if she could. But when we take the same situation and add a girl who's only using you, the outcome is totally different. You're not important to someone like this. So why would she want you to meet the most important people in her life? And why would she get into all that anyway? When her friends and family ask whether you two are serious, it's only going to be embarrassing for her. That's why she chooses to play it safe and not make you meet them at all. Number 5. She doesn't connect with you emotionally. An emotional connection between two people is the basis of a healthy relationship. But if she fails to form this base with you, is she even the right person? Little signs like not sharing her emotions, not asking how you're doing, and not showing any physical touch are her way of telling you, "No thank you, I'm good. Stay where you are." She only comes to you when she needs something material or when she wants favors done. Next time you pick out this pattern, be smart enough to make the right call and realize you're being used. Number 4. Doesn't make you a priority. Being with someone who doesn't prioritize you is like walking barefoot on burning coal. You will never be a priority for a woman who uses you. The only time she'll come to you is when she's bored or when she has no other options. This will make you restless, and you'll do everything for her time and attention. That's why she reaches out to you. She expects you to respond to her every time when nobody else is available. She won't even respect the fact that you might also have plans. Don't respond back immediately because that's what she wants. It's honestly because she doesn't value your time or attention. You'll always be option 2 on her list. This is a glowing sign that she's simply just using you. Number 3. She's more interested in one of your friends. When she talks more about a friend of yours than about you, that's pretty sketchy behavior from her. She might have gotten close to you to get close to one of your friends. When she wants a guy, she'll do anything to get him, and that counts using you too. If she mentions one of your friends during a random conversation and wants to know more about him, then any suspicions you have about her are probably true. Stay alert because this is a huge red flag. Here's when you accept that she's simply using you for her own benefit. Rather than caring for you, she goes after your friend. A relationship like this isn't meant to last, and you should nip it in the bud before it develops. If she doesn't have clear intentions, you shouldn't be the one that needs to stick around. Number 2. You don't mean anything to her. She'd make you her entire world if she's really into you. On the other hand, a girl who doesn't value a guy as good as you will never make any compromises for you. You'll recognize that you don't mean anything to her when she occasionally drops hints. She won't tell you what's going on in her life. She won't make any plans with you, and she'll never share her feelings with you. Ask yourself, would you want to be with a person like this? A girl who isn't ready to make you a part of her life can never have something meaningful with you. She's only using you for her own advantage. The moment this reality hits you, she'll wave you goodbye. Number 1. She constantly makes you feel anxious. Confidence is a guy's secret weapon in this arsenal. A girl that always makes you anxious isn't the one for you. Besides, how will you be confident in showing your love when all she does is complain? Whatever you do is just never enough for her, and will make you feel you're always coming short. That's never a good feeling, is it? Plus, her mind games and manipulation will never keep you satisfied in the relationship. If anything, it'll take a mental toll on you. A loving woman allows her partner to radiate confidence, but in your situation, it's going to be the exact opposite. An anxiety level that hits the roof and feeling drained are just the after effects of being used by her. Do yourself a favor and step out of this relationship as soon as you can. You'll thank yourself. Subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.